Greetings! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And goddamn, that's a pretty damn cool image to start this video off with. Welcome back to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. So, what are we doing again? Been a while. I mean, took a week of break, or more than a week really, because YouTube was being an asshole. Yes. We need to get a note from good old Johan, find an orb, and get some levers working. All good stuff.
12th of August, 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity.
How empathetic are you?
They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
You sure seem quite sure of their guilt. Or are you? It gave me a reason for it not working. Alright then. I've got a bucket of tar. Why do I have a bucket of tar? Good fucking question. Filled with sticky tar. That needs to be clarified. Where is that creature that was here before? Did it fucking vanish off the face of the planet? This fine, dashing fellow. The Shattered Orb. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Feeling a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded, nice alliteration, with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I've tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Your love? Is this all part of some whole thing to like resurrect a dead loved one? I mean, I can think of worse motivations. This place sure was useful. I admit this is a nice effect, but having to walk back and forth across these long bridges spoils the effect a bit. And now for the longest one. You know, you can actually have an effect like that if you use the right chemicals. It looks magical, but it isn't necessarily. I mean, actually, it almost certainly is, considering there's no source of that flame. Nothing doesn't seem to be burning anything. Then again, nah. I'm thinking maybe it was like, no, there's no piping. So it's not that. Now that's, yeah, easily recognizable as something mystical. Yeah. If I go in here, will I die? Almost certainly. Let's save and then find out. If I can just walk right through here perfectly fine, I'm going to be, I'd be kicking myself later if I didn't. Ah! Yeah, that's about what I expected. Actually, a bit more merciful than I expected. I thought it was just gonna straight up kill me. But no, all it did was repel me back violently. This Alexander is a more merciful soul than I expected, perhaps. Or he's just trying to save power. Okay, so all of these 3 areas were a bust. Unless I can... is there something else that I'm missing?
Is this guilt I'm witnessing then? If so, blame yourself. You started this.
What kind of
You
shit is
sent me
that?
that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
I mean, I wasn't the one, you know, going around having people kidnapped, knowingly, you know, torturing innocents and all that. Don't give me that shit about me being the one to start this. Your really low effort mind games aren't gonna work on me. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
Oh yeah, this seems like this seems well above board. Nothing suspicious in the slightest. I mean, to be fair, if he was actually like using people who would have been executed anyways, I don't have a huge problem with that.
What lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it.
Oh, that's comforting. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, feel like about like.
Me? I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important, you know.
I'll bet.
Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead hut for years.
You seem quite
Who
cheerful
knows
about
how
it.
many? Hundreds, I presume.
I see you've got a positive attitude about it all. But yeah,
Alexander is quite impressive in
we
many
haven't
ways,
had a talk.
but he has grown impatient.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like about like to like people like humanely, but I mean, come on. They're gonna die and like, they're gonna die anyways. Does it really matter that much? That they were in pain, agonizing pain shortly before it happened? But yeah, torturing.
You get it. By me, I'm the next best thing. Alexander really fighter, none other than Johann Weyer. You never heard of Johann Weyer? My
No,
God.
I know him.
He's probably the greatest man in history, and you don't know him?
No, he was a
All this
physician.
world has forgotten him.
Really? Part of his treaties against, you know. Practice of, you know,
Weyer
killing
was
people
my
accused
pupil.
of witchcraft and all
My
that.
pupil. Yes, I do take pride in that man.
The Dutch.
Is it so wrong?
He's a pretty cool guy. I guess Daniel isn't quite so learned. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do now. I've already searched these. Maybe I'm gonna have to go back up the stairs. God, it's been so long. Hardly remember what it's doing.
Dad, good to see you. I found the Mithraeus palace, one which had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraeus?
No,
I
only
suppose it
Mithridates.
doesn't matter. It is an old faith, building temples out of caverns. The dark walls being the universe, and inside are its followers. Humans, watching the sky slowly turn. But the followers do have one thing to allow them a real sense of connection to creation. The orbs.
Alright, nice to see they've got balls. But do they have soft voices? And pimps? Yup, I'm lost.
You get it. Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves, or break, when used by an uninitiated.
Seems like a pretty big
I
design
was
flaw.
lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brandenburg.
Neat. Seriously though, where the fuck do I go? There's a fucking machine parts scattered all over the place, but I haven't found any at all anywhere. But somehow up on the way through here, but no. What the fuck is this place for, anyways? I guess I could jump off. Yeah, that seems like a great idea. Yeah, it seems like a good idea right about now. Oh. Geronimo! Yeah, that's about what I expected. I have absolutely no idea where I even can go, much less where I should. right through. Fancy that. Oh. That did something. I think. Oh, right. Oh, I see. I see. I thought we were gonna use it. We're gonna use the tar to keep the pieces of the orb in place. That makes sense. Right? Maybe I was supposed to damage myself on that like an idiot. And then something would change. I don't know. I need a specific memento in my diary. Let's see. That sounds like exactly the sort of stupidity that'd be involved in this game. I don't need to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in. I don't need to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in. Ah, it's just a tinderbox. It's probably the best. If they had hit something actually important there, that'd have been aggravating. Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Oh, boo-hoo. Also, these pipes go nowhere. They just end. Terminate, even.
I do again. Zaya was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder since the fall of the Israel faith, he was able to unshackle the heart you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
Good for him. I wish I could travel far and wide, but I'm stuck here, wandering these same goddamn rooms over and over again, looking for something that just doesn't seem to exist. The fuck? Fucking stationary spider, okay. Want this meat? No. But I can use things on it. But nothing that I have. Okay. Alrighty then. What if I... Come on, let me pick up one of these. Why can't I pick up any of the... Oh, for fuck's sake. The one collection of the rocks in that game that I can't... Okay. Okay. Alright then, fucking half dancing barrel here. So this is just yet another object to use items on that I can't do anything with. Alright, let's add it to the pile then. Oh look, another one. Wait a tick. Aha. Aha! Will this actually do anything useful for me, or is this just a way to get myself killed? Alright, it's just a fancy way to get myself killed. Yay! That would have at least been somewhat clever. I wouldn't have been entirely. Am I able to return down? Ladder broke during the ascent. Of course it did. Can I fall down? Anything fall down? Yeah, I'd probably fall to my death. Hang on a second. Yeah, that's a lot less distance than I climbed. Huh. What do you mean refilled? I already got that. What? Did the barrel refill? That's weird. I guess there's some utility to those after all, theoretically. No, even then, it's such a tiny amount that it's not even worth the trouble of coming back here for it.
Daddy, good to see you.
It isn't good to see you.
Not so bad.
What?
I've done all that I can.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive.
Gotta be fucking... Alright.
My pupil, Johann,
Shut up!
said he found a way to take me with him beyond the stars. But I was too afraid to come along. Silly. And now, all I can do is regret it.
Don't worry, I regret it too.
I've always hoped Vaya would return. Give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here, as a hostage, hoping Vaya will reveal himself. You're a good boy, and I appreciate your company.
Shut up!
But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Fucking finally. Okay. Well, and... There! Finally. I can actually do anything.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you.
Yeah,
I can't let
yeah.
you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
Yeah, you've gone too far now. You've pushed 2 levers. And a gear. The horror of Spider Island.
I didn't get it. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
That made one of us. Left or right? I see something left. What the heck was that? Sound like the TV thing. Are we going fishing now? Have to mean something to bait the hook. Yeah. Yes, that's the idea. Come on. Come on. There we go. Remains. Bone is covered in mucus. Was that just a fancy way of turning a bone with meat on it into just a bone? Damn it, I thought we were gonna go fishing for monsters. Lame. Also, mucus, that's a bit odd. The transept. Such filth, he thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. Nope, they will in fact be fog.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Yes, the secret comes out. Alexander is actually a woman. Piece of orb. Nice.
No, please! I'll do anything!
What
Whatever you
sort of
want.
device is this?
Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. Okay, I can guess what sort of device this is then. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. What? What do you mean forget again? What an odd turn of phrase. Alright. One piece of orb. I don't know how many there will be. Oh no, I do know. 6, was it right? Well. Alexander's trash is my treasure. That's a pleasant sound. Ah. Oh. This is agony on my eye. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flowing from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Oh man, this is really obnoxious on my eyes. Bloody hell, I really hope I get some sanity increase soon. This is painful. On the plus side, it does make me feel like I'm moving faster than I actually am. Like I'm zooming. Ooh. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body. Gave way and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Yoink. Ah, that's better. Time to turn random thingamajigs. That can possibly go wrong. that do anything? I can't tell. Maybe I shouldn't be turning random things without knowing what they do. Oh well, it's never failed me so far. Now then, time to go up. Look at this bozo with all his tapestries of himself. What a loser. No. String. Alright. A tough string made from hemp. Good. We will need a lot more hemp before we're through. Notes on torture. Ah, cheery. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of the presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. You mean subside? As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Is it you, my love, I miss the most? Or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before it will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Oh, so you're not, it's not that you're trying to revive someone, it's that you're trying to return somewhere. Interesting. Alright then, I think I found everything here. Time to go to the other side for the other 3 pieces of the orb, I suppose. Next time getting good advice about how to most effectively torture. That'll be useful information. I'm just passing through. Yes, that's what I'm doing! Yes, I know, I'm not stupid. Bloody hell. Agrippa channels where? Weyer taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa as he is, and has been for centuries, my only link to the worlds beyond. Weyer claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. Release Agrippa without killing him. Weyer told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. Poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's the property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Karak. I will have to address Weyer with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly well-prepared well should suffice to contain it. Ah. Well. Well then, I do believe I have some of that secretion. In court, the Order of the Black Eagles spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their father's places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost. Alright then. Well, it's been a while. I've been recording for a while, albeit a great deal of that is me wandering around. That won't actually make it into the final video, most likely. So yeah, gonna end it here. Now that we're finally making progress at last. Until next time, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
Okay, kid.